reviewing the news, pop culture, video games, movies, and shoes. Quincy and Justin with a nerdy forecast. So stay a while and welcome to the Ugly Mugs Podcast.
Welcome to the Ugly Mugs Podcast. I'm your host, Justin.
I'm your other host, Quincy.
How you doing over there, Q?
I'm doing all right. I'm doing a little bit better than I have been recently. So yeah,
I'm looking over at the wavelengths on our old system because the new system has crapped out on me too many times. So I'm now using something where I can see the wavelength. I saw you talking. I know it's recording well. But it's hot. It's 100 degrees now. Why?
I am not out there right now. So
What's it like out there?
80s to 90s.
Really? Damn.
Yeah.
I hate the desert. I hate it so much. But you're out in a distant land, drinking anything special out there?
So I didn't have any quickly accessible coffee. So I'm doing a 0 sugar cherry Dr. Pepper and a glass of water.
Fair enough. That's me. I'm just doing a thing of water. I've been chugging down so much water lately. I might as well be called Aquaman. I miss tea. Today was the first day of season 4 of the first 3 episodes of Vox Machina. That was a mouthful. And I gotta say they're rushing it a little bit, but I'm liking it. And what was very unexpected is for the next 3 weeks, they're dropping 3 episodes each week. So in 3 weeks' time, the season's gonna be over. And I'm kind of here for it, but slow it down a little bit. Badoop.
Okay.
Delicious water.
Hey, that fixed it. So I'm assuming it was my end. Sorry to derail everything, everybody.
No, everything's golden. I'll just cut this out because a whole lot of the soundbot, my entry sound. Yeah, I'll probably get rid of both of those. But heading over to the good old Humble Bundle, the monthly already updated, and I'm surprised we're already hitting June because I just felt like only a couple days ago we were halfway through May. But
May kind of flew by.
May definitely just dropped us in the middle of nowhere. How am I? I'm okay. We're living. It's hot. For June 2026, there was a couple games here that fell off of Game Pass recently. One fell off in January. The other one fell off very quickly in November. The one that fell off in November was Octopath Traveler 2. I've been meaning to hop into the Octopath games, but JRPGs have kind of been picky with me. Riftbreaker, a very interesting top-down tactics factory building kind of game, you know? Life is Strange, Double Exposure, the aftermath to Life is Strange 1 and 2. That continues on with...
I still have yet to finish the first one of those. I think I own Max? All but that one.
Max, I believe is her name. Indica, a very interesting storytelling game that doesn't necessarily have a lot of gameplay, but a lot of very interesting themes about it. Sleeper Citizen 2, as mentioned, a really okay tabletop game with a little bit of roleplay elements mixed in. I love the first one. The second one is a little rough for me, but that's just because I guess I had the standard of hoping that it was going to be like Citizen Sleeper 1. But Construction Simulator, not a big fan of Construction Simulator games, but from the way that they've been kind of getting a lot of funding, I wouldn't be surprised on how much funding they got to put these together, because I know they got Cat and Audi? I forget the other car company that they got for the new one that's coming out. But, hey, if you got the money, spend it. But Hell Clock.
I don't do those simulating games. Like I was, I played Sims and SimCity and all that. But the ones where it's like Farm Simulator, Construction Simulator, so on and so forth, I just they don't interest me. They don't pull me in.
Yeah. Last time I played a simulator game like that, I fell asleep. Not gonna front. It's just, it ain't our game. It is not our game. I'll probably throw this out at the crew on the Discord. Be sure to join the Discord. Hell Clock. I remember playing this demo for not the last Next Fest, but like the Next Fest before that. It was pretty fucking good. It's like a Hades clone, but with actual looting. And I was like, okay. Some pretty good roguelite elements thrown in, a skill tree that is fucking massive. I said, give me that. Give me that. So I'm definitely going to be playing this one. And last but not least, Overlooting, a very simplified game that I think I have on my phone somewhere. But it's a little tiny bag builder where you put items on your person and you just go through small events. Doesn't seem too unserious. Or serious, I should say. But it's fun.
So the game is figuring out how to fit everything in your bag.
Kind of, and then hoping that you get better luck with the drops. It's an okay styling game. Because I also see some skills over here. I'm like, okay, that's not in the one that I played, so I'm unsure. I'll probably hop into this one just because I like loot. I'm a loot goblin. And then, as always, they always pump up the 1 month free of IGN Plus, and I've definitely been using that. They have a lot of, they give a lot away every month. So if you happen to be getting into the Humble Bundle Monthly, pop into this one, grab it, throw it over there. You don't have to include a credit card or nothing. You just get their month for free. And they very recently dropped a interactive map for Forza Horizon 6. So for those who are trying to figure out where certain cars for the barn finds are, for the hidden stuff that's not exactly easy, the treasure ones, all of it's there. So, and all the signs, the little mascots that you got to run over. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy someone put in the work for it. And it helps out. It gets better. It gets better. The world's largest storytelling effort empowering LGBTQ plus youth. Always reminding them it gets better. Yeah. A couple quick Humble Bundles, just going to speed on right through. IGN is doing a big promotion of the huge week of freaking games we're having. And they said, well, we're going to, as every year, especially with the E3, we're going to have a bunch of bundles. And with this one, it's no different. $10 gets you all of it. Control Ultimate Edition, featuring both of their really big DLCs, Ebb and... I don't remember the other one. Awe. No, Awe is the other. Foundation and Awe. That's right. Off, a very fun indie game that has some pretty banger music, albeit very old-timey. Shadow Gambit, The Cursed Crew, a game where you're doing a lot of stealthing around as pirates. Rollerdrome. I played this for a minute. It was fun and fine. I just didn't quite understand its story.
I vaguely remember Rollerdrome.
Can I mute? I did mute this. Okay. Yeah, you play on rollerblades and you get guns, and when you do flips, you get reloads for that. And I was like, okay, that's neat. I don't know. It was fun, it's fine. Paradise Killer, a mystery-solving game where you're trying to find out who's truly the love in paradise when they're the ones that die. Blair Witch. Quincy played this one for a little bit, but got agitated at its map building. I might hop into this one. No. We'll see. Fear.
I got stuck walking in a circle for probably a good 30 minutes when I played that and got frustrated and turned it off.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah. Fear the Spotlight, an atmospheric third-person horror adventure that when I caught... It's also by Blumhouse, by the way. when I caught vision of it, I said, "Holy crap, this is a really good indie throwback game." Lo and behold, I've got a lot of those in store for y'all. But it looks like an old-fashioned style PS1 into PS2 era horror game with a really good-looking flashlight. The Last Campfire, a nice little adventure puzzle game. Got no notes. No notes. Looks like a nice little time waster. And
I
Toem.
feel like I remember this one too, but I don't know. The Last Campfire. Toem I've seen around. I've definitely never played it though.
Yeah, Toem is a relaxing game where you're taking photos of all your friends or new things, as well as solving puzzles with those pictures. It's a fine game. I've played it, God, maybe 8 years ago, maybe longer, but I do remember playing this. But yeah, Last Campfire, I've seen it before as well, but too far back that I could tell. But as usual with IGN bundles, they always help out. Child's Play Charity. The Child's Play Charity works to channel the goodwill of the worldwide gaming community into video games and game systems for sick children in hospitals. Since 2003, Children's Play has coordinated the donation of millions of dollars of games and game systems, making them a premier charity for helping children in need of the joy that games can bring. Yeehaw! Gonna speed past these two really quick. Critical Hits, an ARPG bundle featuring 7 items for $10, and I gotta say, I like half this bundle right off the rip. And Solstice, worth $10. It's very fun. I didn't think I would be having fun, but it is actually pretty freaking fun. And the Deluxe Edition gets you a pretty good kickstart.
I don't think I've played any of these.
Greedfall.
I remember Greedfall, but I never played it.
Yeah, Greedfall's on Xbox Game Pass right now. Blacktail I own. I have it installed. I haven't touched it yet. But Solstice and Eldest Souls both get thumbs up from me, but Solstice, very fun game. This helps out the WDC Whale Dolphin Conservation. Basically, they are a office in UK, US, Germany, and South America, and currently works on a range of campaigns including ending hunting and commercial whaling, helping to tackle ocean plastic pollution, ending keeping whales and dolphins in captivity, tackling the issues of bycatch where whales and dolphins are accidentally caught, and creating safe homes for these whales and dolphins. Visit www.whales.org to find how you can help out. And the last one, maybe 20 seconds, Devil May Cry Devil Trigger Reloaded Collection 2026. For the few of you out there that has never heard or played Devil May Cry, I'm pointing at Quincy for that one, this is a good bundle.
Yep.
$15 gets you all of it. Every single Devil May Cry from 1 to 5 and the remake DMC Devil May Cry. Not terrible. Helps out the Children's Miracle Network hospitals. Children's Miracle Network Hospitals has raised more than $5 billion, that's billion with a B, dollars. Most of it $1 at a time through their charity's Miracle Balloon icon that many have seen through either McDonald's or Carl's Jr. At least for us, anyways. Ba-doop. So remember when I was mentioning that there was a lot of game showcases coming out?
Yes.
I have watched 3 so far, and there are 8 more over the next week.
That's too many games. I just give up. I can't play them all.
Well, luckily for us, it is a variety of games, such as ones that I know I wouldn't be too interested in, like Ornelia, but Socks would be interested in because it's a nice little city builder where you actually watch your, I don't know, it's also kind of like a god simulator where you're the god of these weird little creatures. Or games that we know we would enjoy, like Broken Lore, Don't Lie, a very horror-oriented psychological horror that looks pretty dang good. But the first one I'm going to talk about very quickly because they announced 80 games at TheMIX Summer Game Showcase. And about halfway through, I just was like, it was hit or miss between them because Acclaim announced a few games where I was like, you guys came back in a weird fucking way. And then later on, they had an announcement for a pretty good game. But yeah, as far as publishing is concerned, Acclaim definitely a little hit or miss, but most of them pretty solid. We did see some for Alchemice, a very interesting top-down deck builder with a little bit of tactic combat. Lifted a very interesting, not gonna lie, kind of Back to the Future reference mixed in with dimension travel or time travel.
You can't see it behind the couch.
There we are.
What site would people want to go to see this list?
Believe it or not, Steam has it all there. So in case you are already with Steam, you can wishlist them.
Okay.
And that was just the first page. Second page has some pretty interesting ones like the Transylvania Adventure of Simon Quest. Now, of course, that is a direct reference to Castlevania 2, Simon's Quest, and they definitely drew a lot of inspiration from it, but they also made this game flow way too good. Cards of Prophecy, another little card builder, but with like a lot of tower defense mechanics, and I was like, okay, this is kind of neat. Neighborhoods, a claymation art game where you're building city blocks, and I was like, all right, not my style of game. And then we got into like some more interesting ones. Remember when I mentioned Acclaim? A action roguelite 2D platformer, but with clay art style. I was thinking this was Nintendo at first, just because of its art style. I was thinking it was like a new Kirby game. No, this shit's an indie crew that worked very hard to make this Mega Man roguelite. Very interesting combination of a game. I'm interested in that one. I have. Oh wait, did I wish? I don't know. I didn't wish list. I did now. Husk Protocol, a game where you build a robot, and when it's low on health, you can ditch that robot for another one. That means you are trading.
Well, that's just sad.
That is just sad, but that is the whole point of the game. And you're ditching one deck for a new deck, and you can build one deck, but you would have to ditch that deck for the new one. It's a little bizarre, a little bit of risk reward system kind of melted in there, and I'm like, okay, it's fine. Shade Protocol, brought to us by 50% of the people that worked on Crosscode, a very cool little game that plays like Chrono Trigger. 13Z looked cool, but I need a little bit more gameplay. I saw a lot of bullet hell. I saw a lot of Steam reviews with it being thumbs down, but I was like, they're working on it actively. I'll keep myself reserved on this one. Echograph. Quincy, do you like Fatal Frame?
I never actually played it, but I know the concept and it's interesting.
Okay. This one is just like it, but with PS1 style graphics. And I was like, shit, color me impressed. I'm happy. I put that on my wish list just now. The Dark West, a Diablo, but set in Wild West times with a little bit of horse skull style creatures chasing after you. I like it. A demo will be coming out soon for that one. Erosion got another little pointer. We saw this back at the Video Game Awards. A game where you have to save your daughter, and every time you die, you basically go back through the loop again. Entropy, a very interesting tactics RPG that honestly I thought was going to be something different when I first saw the way the creatures moved. I thought it was going to be like a little nightmare creatures from the PS1, but alas, it's turn-based, but I'm not mad at it. It looks good. Looks a little Might and Magic-y. Steel Breakers, where you beat up demons with your fists and you get to learn new mechanics with said fists. I'm going to put that on my wish list right now.
A lot of top-down games.
A lot of top-down games. It's very easy to make those in a lot of different engines. So I can see why that would be the easy... I don't want to say the easy way out, but the easy thing to make in. Theos, Cities of Myth. I thought this was going to be like another Civ game, but it gets a lot more in-depth with its city building, where gods begin to actually like promote wartime or, merriment. And I was like, oh, no, that gets a bit much. Pale Tide, a zombie survivalist game. I haven't seen too much from it, but from what I can tell, it's voxel. It's an okay art style. I would like to see if this becomes co-op multiplayer. That would be the kind of drive I would like to see. But it's a zombie survival game. Guess what? We just passed the halfway point. There was
God
80 games. Yeah, and I'm skipping a lot. If you guys want to go check this out, go check out the Steam page for the mix. Dungeon Lurker, a really nice game that had like a Dungeons and Dragons, the Mistara fucking beat 'em up style, but it had a deeper story in the trailer. I thoroughly am gonna check this one out when it happens to pop out. And a game where you play as a golf ball. You play as a golf ball.
You're just a golf ball.
You're just a golf ball.
Is it like that? Those simulator games where you just sit around because you're an inanimate object?
No, you get to actually fly around and do some cool stuff. Ball Game definitely does a very good job at adding physics to a golf ball, and there's some physics puzzles in there. There's some interesting movement tech, and I was like, okay, this doesn't seem bland. It seems cool. Canvas City, a tactics RPG where moving around a lot is actually the name of the game. It's a little bit between Final Fantasy Tactics Advanced mixed in with Jet Set Radio, where spray painting a wall halfway through your combo can actually return some of the energy back to yourself. I was like, okay, I like Jet Set Radio. But Charlatan, I saw this one at the last...
You're a charlatan. Call me a charlatan.
You're a charlatan because the game's called Charlatan. A game where you are at a cursed carnival and you're playing a cursed slot machine that you can tilt in your favor. It's kind of like, what the fuck was it called? Clover Pit, but with a little bit more of an arcadey, rubber hosey animation style.
It's just another one where you're playing a slot machine.
Playing a slot machine that has roguelite.
Yeah, I don't quite get those games. Like they're definitely not for me. I'm glad people are having fun with them. They're definitely not for me.
Fair. How about boomer shooters? First person shooters that have a little bit of Dark Souls elements to them. This trailer was very bloody and very cool. Putting it in like a post-apocalyptic world where you get this thing strapped to your wrist and immediately shot in the back of the head and are placed in a like a tube, and you've been reborn type thing, and you get a gun in your hands and told, get through this area. I'm like, okay, say no more. Dioxide is the name of that game.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got a lot more to mention, but I'm just gonna name one more. X-Arc, a interesting city builder that also has almost tower defense-like properties. This one, I'm probably gonna keep my eyes and ears on, just because it just actually has this really nice art style, this nice flow between building and combat. I'm interested, but yeah, there are, what is this, 10, 20, 20, 21 more games that I didn't even remotely glance at for you guys. Go and check this whole entire thing out because I've got a lot to talk about. But there is one that I could not find on this page, and that was on the Mix Game Showcase video. It started off the game showcase, and that's Oh My Doug. I actually was looking weird. Up and down for this game. I thought it was because of my my mature settings or whatnot. No, I turned those off just to see if maybe it would pop up. No, this game was not on that page, but I have it right here, and
that's interesting.
I like Ren and Stimpy. I love the Spudco art style, but I do not like that man. But I love the art style. The art style has always been very humorous, very loud, very ass crack all over the place. And
it is very butt crack forward, isn't it?
It is very butt crack forward. It's got, Doug in different posures all across. Even him down below. It's a Metroidvania set inside of his body. And it's basically him doing dropping like one of your French women Jack poses, but in the nude you see here. I
Okay.
appreciate this game dev, and the developer / publisher is called Odd Men in Studios, so makes sense.
Clearly.
Yeah, it makes sense. But a damn fine game. I'm gonna add it to my wish list. I'm gonna keep an eye on it. As I said, Metroidvanias. There was a lot of them. This whole entire thing, and I'm only anticipating more on the 5th when the Summer Games Fest pops out. But guess what? State of Play was yesterday, and I watched this shit live, and with a couple of friends, and we were sitting here in awe of the Wolverine as it started off a almost 10-minute long gameplay trailer. I can't show a damn lick of it. That was the most bloody thing I've ever seen in my entire life. I liked it.
The details on him are amazing. If this is actually how the game looks on console, that's going to be pretty wonderful.
At the beginning of this trailer, it did say captured on a PS5 Pro.
Yeah, just because it was captured on a PS5 Pro doesn't mean it wasn't touched up afterwards.
Fair. That is fair. But yeah, the whole 9 minutes is just him doing a lot of fucking damage.
Him being the best at what he does.
Being the best at what he does, and it is very gruesome. So be prepared for a lot of metal things going into places they should not be. And we even got a date. Let me back it up to that date. Where did that date is? September 15th. Oh, hi, Sabertooth. Where is that date? Did I pass it? Oh, September 15th, 2026. There it is. I love that cover. That is a pretty dang good cover, Insomniac.
I love that they are actually putting him in the real suit, and we're past the days of like the Fox X-Men where it's like, it's either leather or it's like just pants.
Or a fucking tank top and shorts. He's just on vacation.
Well, I don't remember him being in shorts, but yeah.
Or a suit. He was in a suit once. They have that as one of his alternate costumes in the deluxe edition of the game. It's fine. Just gonna briefly go through some of these. Marvel Tokon had an announcement. Every so often they've been announcing teams for Tokon, and now is Doctor Doom's time, which dropped Magneto, Green Goblin, and Carnage. All their kits look fine. Magneto definitely grabbed a few hints from his Marvel vs. Capcom 2 counterpart, but it's fine. And we are going to get Robbie Ray's team in the near future. I have no idea when that's going to drop, but before its release date of August, I believe it. Tokon's dropping August. Oh, you.
They're not giving us a direct answer?
No, they are. It's just I'm trying to hit the button, but it keeps overshooting. Because an hour-long video is hard to... August 6th. An hour-long video is hard to target directly where I want it to be. I see it in the little preview that pops up, but I don't see it in the... when I click. It's fine. Rayman. A thing that I was not expecting to see for his 30th anniversary, but I was very delighted that he made an appearance. It is the Rayman Legends Retold, and it seems Ubisoft finally, cracked their knuckles and said, we're gonna make this game a little bit more cinematic, make it look a lot better, add in a few levels, add in a new villain. We're gonna bring some life to the Rayman series. Thank you, Ubisoft. This is how you make games. I'm sorry, that was bitter of me. I'm sorry.
I mean, let's be honest. Their most recent stuff has been remakes.
True.
They just did Black Flag.
And as far as a remake goes, this actually looks pretty fun. An unexpected. I'm not too big of Dave the Diver fan, but I do acknowledge that there are a lot of fans out there that like Dave the Diver. But as far as I
have no idea what it is.
So you play as a diver sinking in for fish. You just dive, grab a fish, come back up, and you cook it. and you get to do
Okay.
cooking mini games, and it's just a halfway cozy, halfway serious game that has had a lot of very interesting collaborations. But a prequel game was not exactly on my mind's docket for what would be in store for this game, where Bancho, the chef, will have their own standalone game where you learn that where they made their sushi over in Tokyo, Japan. I'm like, okay, a fine game. You clean dishes, chop vegetables, catch fish, pour tea, etc., a la Dave the Diver, but with his origination story. Okay,
Okay.
whatever. Um, Next game up on the docket was one that we saw a long time ago, and it's a yokai hunter game called Ku. Hold on, hang on. I'm trying to get the title if it wants to show it. Kemuri, Kemuri, and the head developer behind it. We've seen her many a times. She says, I'm the girl that does the meme, and I'm still working on this game. Don't worry, it'll be out 2027. Um, hopefully you guys enjoy it. I'm like, okay, at least you're still making this game instead of Sony throwing you down a flight of stairs. Plus,
Hey, I mean, we can't give them shit. Look at GTA 6. I mean, has anybody heard anything about Beyond Good and Evil 2?
I halfway will blame Ubisoft on that one too, but I concur.
That probably is.
After that one was Tomb Raider: Legacy of Atlantis. Gave us some gameplay, and this is captured on PS5 Pro. But as Quincy says, who knows if it was touched up? But it does look good. It does look very good.
It does look very pretty, yeah.
The original first and second games, but with a bit of a shift of story from what we can tell, and she has her original costume.
This is a complete rebuild.
Yes.
This isn't just a new texture. This is kind of cool.
Yes.
I don't know that I like that it's Amazon Gaming and Crystal Dynamics, but
so Amazon is just publishing. They don't do. They have zero push on the development portion of the game, which I'm
but
I'm
I've
cool
also
that
given
they're
them so much more money already.
True, but what I'm really happy about is it's still Crystal Dynamics, the original people who worked on fucking Tomb Raider.
No, yeah, like I'm just wondering why it can't just be just Crystal Dynamics. Why they need to get Amazon involved?
Money's hard to get a hold of when you're low on money. Like, what was
Yes.
the last thing that Crystal Dynamics worked on? A little bit of the Hitman game?
Let's see.
Did they touch the Shadow of the Tomb Raider trilogy?
I want to say yes, but I don't know.
Okay.
So last thing they did as a developer, I mean, obviously right now they're working. So they did the Tomb Raider. They're doing the Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis. They're also doing Tomb Raider Catalyst, which is also slated for next year with Amazon Game Studios. I don't know what that is. Legacy of Kain Defiance Remastered was last year.
Oh yeah.
They did the remaster of the other Tomb Raider games 1 through 3 and 4 and 6, and they did the Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver 1 and 2 remastered. They did the Marvel Avengers back in 2020 that people hated.
Oh yeah.
Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Yeah, they did Shadow of the Tomb Raider. They did Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Okay, so
Shadow, it looks like they did with Square.
Yeah, they've been making a little bit of money, but not Amazon money.
Yeah, Shadow, it looks like they did with Square. Rise, they did with Microsoft Studios, Square, and Feral Interactive. Yeah, it looks like most of what they've done is Tomb Raider stuff. If you keep going back, but that's as developer. But they've also done publishing. So what have they done for publishing? They haven't published anything since 1996 up until this year. They're publishing the Legacy of Kain Ascendance.
Ooh, oh yeah, that's that third chapter that went up in smoke a long time ago. Okay, You know what? Crystal Dynamics, yeah, they've been making a little bit of money, but not Amazon money.
Well, nobody should be making Amazon money, but that's a different conversation.
That is a, yeah. Happy to see that, some of the cool puzzles are going to be very much involved. Climbing as usual. We like our climbing. It seems fine. Um, it is going to be pre-order. Let's see, pre-order by February 12th, and the early uh, early access begins on February 10th for the digital versions, which isn't too terrible, I guess. After that was a very confusing trailer where a kid is talking to their dad about what dinosaur they liked at a museum. And then,
Okay.
they have a car accident. And after the car accident, it is very unclear who you are playing as. I watched this trailer 3 times. I do not know who you play as. But
But it looks like dinosaurs are wrecking things and
it
now
looks like it looks like
existing again.
it looks like a Jurassic Park-esque story, which I have
Interesting.
zero problem with. But
They feathered the dinosaurs.
yeah.
Well, then it's more accurate from what we now know.
Yeah, but we like our scaly, slick looking
No,
dinosaurs to play
yeah.
with. But I was wondering if this was the main character, and I was like, well, then what was that scene with the kid? Like it was very unknowledged, but Annapurna is the
Well,
one
I
putting.
mean, you can have a game trailer that you're not doing the main characters. You're just seeing people in that world. Look at the most famous Dead Island trailer.
True, true. All around me,
Because
or wait, that's Gears of War.
that trailer was huge and like people really got into it, and it was an insane trailer. But I mean, you just find the aftermath of that trailer in the game.
True, true. After this one came one of the trailers we had already seen. Nothing new about it, but we now have a title for this game we saw at the Video Game Awards, Phantom Blade Zero. It's fine. I have zero problem with this game in total. They showed off a little bit of gameplay, I think. Like after his mask comes off, they showcase a little bit of their gruesome, evil creatures that are around. It's fine looking. I have zero problem with it, but we do not have a date for it. I believe it says summer 2026, but I'm like, that's pre-order launch and full trailer. Like, no, 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 no. I would have omitted that, Sony. I would have left that sit off on the side. After that was a Dune thing, but as I said, I was watching this live, and I asked the rest of the people, is it cool if I go use the restroom and skip through this when when I get back? And they were like, yeah, we're not too big of Dune fans either. I was like, the game, like this is as far as I saw before I went to go use the restroom. It looked fine, and I was like, okay. Went, did all that, came back. It was still playing. There's nothing much else. Uh, then
I haven't really sat down and tried to get into Dune. I mean, the interiors look nice. Like
I think I read the
I
first
don't know.
book. I think I read the first book. I
I
don't
haven't
remember it
read
though.
any of them. I watched the Kyle MacLachlan movie, but that's it.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe one day we'll sit down and really crunch into it. But after that, I got hype because one of my favorite Sony franchises, Dynasty Warriors, is making a return. What sucks is it's only slated for the PS5. If it was slated for PS4,
Boo.
I would lean over because it's a PS2 game moved over. Like you could have dumbed down the graphics a teeny tiny bit, but it looks good. I'm happy Dynasty Warriors 3 Complete Edition is going to be available on PS5. I already own it for PC, but I believe it's slated for October. Yes, October 1st. No Rest for the Wicked, a game that came out October of last year. A week after its drop, they lost a lot of studio members and was almost close to shutting down. I don't know if they shut down. I'm unsure of their capabilities. Moon Studios, you can try and figure out from what I tried to divulge into. But No Rest for the Wicked kept thriving. It sold pretty good as a co-op hack and slash top-down game that has a pretty intuitive loot system and just dropped 1.0 last month. Yeah, middle of last month. It dropped 1.0 on PC. So by the time this drops on PS5, October of 2026, it'll obviously have all of that ready to go. Have fun. I really wanted No Rest for the Wicked when I first heard about it, and I just didn't want to support the ending of a studio. More on that later. Onimusha. I fucking love Onimusha. When I had a PlayStation 1, oh my god, Onimusha was up there. I was very happy for Onimusha, man. And now that they're doing a brand new game, you're playing as Musashi, you got your advisor behind you, you got some new sick moves. It's semi gruesome. They're zombies, the zombie killing's fine. When it comes to human characters, that's where I kind of go. Ugh.
It's like this looks interesting. Zombies, you've got sword fighting, you've got wall running, obstacle stuff.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
and this is just before you actually get into the Onimusha part of the game. You're playing as just a regular ass human. The Onimusha is being able to handle a demon that is, or an Oni that is wielding you, not the other way around. But Musashi, being the master bladesman he is, says I can work with them. And so instead of tapping out, he makes a bit of a handshake with an Oni. And I'm like, that's a good fucking story. And so every time you defeat enemies a la Demon Souls, you gain power from the things you kill and you can upgrade. And I was like, okay. An announcement shortly after this one said, oh, hey, you want to play the demo?
So little God of War esque.
Oh, well.
With the progression.
A little bit. A little teeny tiny bit.
Well,
but hell,
yeah.
a free demo, and the game comes out this year, September 25th. I have it downloaded on Steam, but you can grab it on PS5 as well. They did another trailer, no gameplay for Silent Hill Townfall. All I get is a shrug out of me because this is Europe. Now that I am confirmed that this is Europe, it gets a bit of a shrug because we're taking Silent Hill not in Silent Hill, but Silent Hill Forte did well, or Fortissimo, whichever you want to call it. And then meanwhile, this one is once again not in. It's either Europe or Canada. I can't really tell. I saw the letters on the. Hold on, let me take a look at that letter. Saint Amelia SA11 2RZ. Is that Canada? And then you got the crown. I have no idea what this is. Silent Hill, just the new one that was announced.
No, the location.
Sorry.
You're fine.
But you do.
I heard you say Silent Hill.
Okay. But you get a few of the locations, and our protagonist is strapped up to a fucking IV still. So yeah, it's a little odd that we don't get very much more, but happy that Konami is still running with their Silent Hill games. Big thumbs up, but still frustrated at you, Konami. You didn't need to do what you did to Kojima. Very briskly.
I mean, they need to do half the shit they've done. Looking at PT, man.
Oh yeah. We could. they want to do a PT. Like they seem like they're leaning toward going back to it with the way that they did Townfall.
Should have gotten rid of Guillermo and should have gotten rid or not. Yeah, it was Guillermo, right?
Guillermo del
Or who was it?
Toro,
No.
Norman Reedus, and Kojima.
Yeah, okay, yes, I was remembering correctly. I was
Yeah.
like, wait a minute, he was involved in that, right? And my
Yep.
brain started to break for a second because I know he was involved with Death Strandings.
Yep. All three of them. And then when Kojima got fired and he pulled both of them for Walking Simulator.
Death Strandings. Yeah. Delivery Man 5000.
Yeah. Just gonna briskly
Dude,
go over
I've
it.
played the game. I've tried to give it a shot. I'm not finding it all that interesting.
Yeah, I tried to. I also did not like it. It was a lot of movement. Um, I like Ace Combat on a conceptual level. I only remember playing maybe Ace Combat 3 with a joystick on a PC a long time ago. But Ace Combat 8 Wings of Thieves looks pretty good. October 1st with early access starting on September 29th. Sure, fine. And then when you pre-order, no matter what, any version of it, you get the early access to Ace Combat Zero: The Balkan War, which is a prequel to um all of the Ace Combats. So it is
Oh,
how
okay.
Ace Combat the project gets funded and all that. And I'm like, okay, cool, I
I'm gonna
guess.
be honest. I didn't realize there was that much of a story to those.
Well, 1 and 2, not really. It's a lot of simulation stuff, and then 3 starts getting a little bit chatty on the mic, kind of like Top Gun, where they'll banter while they're in your
Mm.
headset, and then I don't remember from there on out. Um, After that, an unexpected turn decided to fly through. I never really got into the stuntman games. I always found them to be drab when it came down to racing games. Well, car games, I guess. But they did have a few, references here and there. And with them, they've now decided to hit a few very particular notes. Kit from Knight Rider, the Ferrari GT something or other from Miami Vice, the DeLorean from Back to the Future, the GTR from Fast and the Furious, the weird bricky looking Challenger from Death Run, Death Race,
Death
Death Run,
Race.
Death Race. Thank you. And I'm like, okay, I'm happy you guys are coming back, but I don't know.
I don't think I've ever actually owned one of these. I'm pretty sure I just played the demos for these.
Yeah, I feel like that's the entire game though. Is just a demo, like a long ass demo. Personally, I don't know. Maybe it's not for me. I'm spoiled on Forza. Like I can get all these cars in Forza. Sure, it's not with all the extra bits and bobs, but
Well, I mean, the point of these games isn't the cars; it's the crazy
scenes.
stunts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Eh, I'll
it's a
concede
different
point
kind
there.
of game. Comparing it to Forza is different.
Okay. I'm gonna sit up for this one. So 5 years ago, we got a tech demo for a very interesting looking game where four individuals were munching down on a corpse, and it was an early tech demo for Unreal Engine 5. Looked good, looked thunky, like it looked very heavy. Over the course of time, we got bits and pieces. I believe it was either Video Game Awards or before that, we got Look at Ill, the follow up for that tech demo. And I don't think I can show too much, but it is coming along quite nicely. The only downside is the only thing it was slated for is 2027 and not much else. But I am glad that they're still working on this game because I thought they had ditched it, honest to God. But
But
yeah.
it's gonna be some kind of zombie game.
Zombie game with some weird zombie babies that you can kick across the room or throw. That is one of their key features. Plus points.
Kick the baby.
Don't kick the baby. Kick the baby. They did another trailer for Control Resonant. I don't know. I haven't finished the first one, so give me a minute to do that, and then I'll decide whether or not I want to go through Resonant. But the trailer was nice looking. I sat through it, and I was like, I love the visuals, the weird orchestral music that was echoing. Now it's time to get to the fun part. Bungie popped up, and I was like, ooh, I'm going to open up the chat for this. I opened up the chat, and nothing but an entire wall that was spanning upwards at Mach fuck said hashtag we want Destiny 3. It broke the chat 3 times trying to refresh. I was happy, but at the same time I'm like, they're not paying attention to this. They are not.
What kills me is it's Sony, it's Bungie, it's corporations. They're just not going to listen. They're not going to listen. We're telling them exactly what we want, what we as the consumers will buy with our money that they crave, and they're not going to listen.
Yeah. Over on Twitter, one of the head developers behind Bungie that's still around, DMG, I follow him very closely because he's like, I hear you guys, and I love all of you for it. Do not go quietly. And I'm like, oh shit, all right, bet. So he is on our side. He is wanting to make sure Destiny is on the docket, whether they hear it or not. So he says, I'll see y'all June 9th for this server slam. Come June 9th, I will be streaming, whether it's me sitting in a fucking 20,000 long queue or actually playing the June 9th update. I will be here streaming live, twitch.tv/TheUglyMugs, and I will try my damnedest to get a little bit of gameplay in. They've dropped 2 This Week in Destinies that are pretty much like half a novel worth of reading of updates. And I'm like, ooh, ooh, I'm gonna build crafting immediately begins to sparkle in my tiny little pea brain. But yeah, Marathon, go away. And there's a few posts that are like, you want to support Destiny 3? Buy Marathon 2, it's on sale. No, I don't think I will.
No, that's not how you support that.
Yeah, I don't want. I don't play extraction shooters. I don't want to spend $14 on Marathon just for me to not play it. That's not how that's gonna work. Like I love its aesthetic, but I don't.
Excuse me, sorry, that came
Bless
out
you.
of fucking nowhere. My bad.
It's fine. But I love its aesthetic. But if there was a PvE version of this game, maybe I would like it a lot more. I mean, there is, but you can still be walked up on by a rook, and all of your shit can just be taken. Like that's not my
Yeah, see,
flavor.
that doesn't sound fun to me.
It isn't fun to me. So I mean, I played it when it was the server slam 4 months ago, 5 months ago. It was fine. It was fun. I died twice to the hard bots that I annoyed myself. Played with a couple friends. It was okay. But you get a free week of play starting yesterday all the way to the 9th if you happen to be interested in Marathon. There is a glitch going on where you can get into the trial on the PS5, and when you get into the trial, you can actually get the deluxe version for $14. So if you happen to be interested in that game and want to support those devs, like those devs are still putting in a lot of time and effort for Marathon, go ahead and do that. You can get it for cheap, just as long as you grab it this week after you grab the trial. You have to grab the trial first to get the deal on the deluxe version. Oh, and another kick in the dick from them. They called it Marathon Nightfall. For those who don't know, Destiny has a villain that uses a weapon called the Nightfall, and they're moving it over to the Marathon portion. I'm just like, that should have stayed over in Destiny.
Yeah, if you weren't killing Destiny, it's a fun, cute Easter egg. But with you killing Destiny, it's just an annoying thing that you did.
That is correct. Next up, RuneScape Dragon Wilds. It looks fine. It looks like RuneScape, but with a better coat of paint. 0 notes. A couple games for their PlayStation Plus members. Guitaru Man. I love Guitaru Man. I'm happy that joined up. After that, I saw Fire Sprite Games pop up, and I said, "Huh, I wonder what they're working on. It looks really cool." And then I see Neil from Baldur's Gate 3, Astarion, and I said, "Huh, this looks pretty good. I'm curious on what this is going to be." Skip ahead. There's a lot of blood, a disemboweling or two, and then I see motherfucking Stormare. I said, "Oh shit, we're getting Until Dawn 2."
Which you'd think, considering they felt it was worth making a movie, that this would have had happened sooner. I mean, I know they were doing the whole dark pictures thing and whatnot, but I
Yeah,
don't know.
well,
Like, I feel like you should have stuck with the thing that launched it.
I played and beat Man of Medan, and I don't know. It did not feel Until
I
Dawn to
haven't
me.
played any of them other than Until Dawn.
Yeah, they're. I worry about playing the other ones, but this one looks good. Like
I
it
want to play the
looks.
Quarry, which looks like almost like a spiritual successor to Until Dawn. But people did say it was rather buggy, but I still want to play it.
All we have is a year for that, 2027. And I was like, okay, can't be that mad. Um, and then
Can be
last on
as
the
mad as I
docket,
want.
there is a huge portion here because they said, hey, enjoy this 20-minute long trailer for God of War Le Fay. And this is after the new God of War games when you're putting your wife to rest. And then as soon as she leaves that world, she immediately crosses over, and this is where that game begins. And I was like, okay, cool. And Deborah Ann Woll, famous for her role on True Blood and
Daredevil,
thank you, and Punisher,
and also being a D&D nerd.
and being a huge fucking D&D nerd. Relics and Rarities, it's still up on YouTube. Go and watch them. Kevin Smith is also on it, and Matthew Lillard is also on it. Really good show. But she plays LaFay and does it damn good. I have no notes, but I have noticed on Twitter a bit of a debate come up, and it pisses me off. Quincy, do you care who you play as in video games?
Unless it's going to be some kind of weird thing where like you're just kind of on the side watching the game happen. No.
Okay. Reiteration
Like
of
I'm
question.
not big into those. I'm not big into those games where like you just kind of experience the things happening. You're not actually really doing anything.
Okay.
I want to. I
That's
want
fair.
to affect. I want to affect the world that
Okay.
I'm in.
Okay. Well, do you want me to? Have you seen this trailer?
No,
Do you want me to spoil it?
it's a trailer. You can tell me.
Okay. She of course dies. Obviously here she is dead and is sent to where gods die.
Okay.
And upon being there, she runs into an interesting set of gods that are kind of an indiscriminate. You can't really tell where they're from. One feels Egyptian, one feels Japanese almost, but it's really difficult to tell where they originate. And I'm like, okay, I kind of enjoy that this is like where like the betrayers or otherwise kind of get sent. And there's a lot of interesting creatures, and you get a feel for the world. I'm here for that. But the main point of what I was trying to get at was the discussion on Twitter is, do you care what gender you're playing as?
No.
No. Yeah, no,
No.
there was a few debates that sparked up of we're slowly going into the mentality of playing as females in the future games, a la like
Because
Joel.
people are sexist monsters.
You are correct. Joel switching over to Ellie, Geralt switching over to Ciri, Kratos switching over to LaFay, Ghost of Tsushima switching over to Ghost of Yote, and it's like, firstly,
Yeah. No,
Erika Ishii is a they them, treat them as such, and secondly, go fuck yourself.
Well, is Erica's character they them? Is the
No,
question.
I believe she's female in
Yeah.
Ghost of Gote. I think.
But here's the thing: is I don't care what gender I'm playing.
Okay.
Not only do I not care what gender I'm playing, the games where you swap back and forth, like say Assassin's Creed Syndicate or something like that, I have stuck with the woman character on that because I enjoy her fighting style more. I enjoy her build more. I kind of like playing as that character more.
Okay.
It's about the character as the character, not the character's gender for me as to whether or not I enjoy the character.
Will you be playing Witcher 4?
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, there was a person that was like, I'm not going to be playing Witcher 4 because I don't want to play as Ciri. I want to play as Geralt. I'm like, Geralt's story's done, bud. Like, with this little crossover that's happening with
Yeah, I'm
the
excited
last
for the
DLC,
DLC.
with this DLC,
Yeah.
like, we did not expect this DLC. But we are going to eat it. We are going to devour this DLC. But that being said, there's nothing more for Geralt to have. This is literally the carryover from him, and then his. I believe this is going to be his, lack of better words, retirement into just him traveling the rest of. I forget what area he's at right now, but that area. I'm like, okay, that's cool. He gets to travel the area and just be a cool guy. I like that. But Ciri is much anticipated. But that's the big debate that I have been seeing on Twitter, and I've been blocking a
They're just
very
whiny.
lot of people. Yep.
They're just whiny, sexist fucks.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah. And
and I know. I mean, I know plenty of guys that if it's a game where you get to play, pick your gender, pick women.
yeah. WoW actually has it to where it is played by 88% men, but has a 60% women character rate. So do the math on that.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't
Just
matter.
play the game or don't play the game. If
Yeah.
you're so fragile and so damaged, then don't play the game.
Oh, sorry. I went one step further. If you're fragile, break. But yes, I'm here for all of the games that Sony has talked about today, except for Marathon. So I was like, a pretty, solid state of play, Sony. I gave him a golf clap. I gave him a little golf clap at the end. But that being said, we are going to be getting 4 really big ones and 4 medium-sized ones that are pretty dedicated to their themes. I am looking forward to 2 of them. Well, 3 of them. The Xbox Game Showcase, the Summer Games Fest, and the PC Games Showcase. The 5th is the Summer Game Fest, and the 7th is the PC and Xbox one, but there is a truckload of other ones, such as the Wholesome Game Fest. I watched the Black Voices in Gaming. There's just a lot of games that are going to be out there. Oh, and Pride Parade is also tomorrow or day after.
He's not laughing at the Pride Parade. Let's be clear. He's laughing because I dropped shit.
It came up on mic. Heading over to the Xbox games, after the Mix showed us all of their games, they also said, "Hey, here's what's coming out for the month of June." Herdling, a game we saw back in December, where you heard a bunch of very oversized cow-like things across a very vast plains. Total Chaos, which I believe is a third-person action survival horror game. Solar Punk, where you're building a farm on a floating island, trying to survive and get some stuff growing. Undisputed, a boxing game that I'm kind of interested in. Persona 5 Royal. Persona 5 fell off of Game Pass, but we're getting the Royal version now. Beast Stro, a game where you play as I forget the name of that cat, but a cat-like individual cooking food for family and friends, and it actually comes with some pretty good mechanics from what I saw. And Frog Squad, a game where you and a bunch of friends can go around and be frogs. And then Astroneer will be sliding into game preview. The Starseeker Expeditions, where is kind of a bit of a huge upgrade from the original Astroneer game. And then last one, I have not heard of this one at all. Junkster, a game that looks kind of like the silhouette of Bender Bending Rodriguez.
Yeah, it kind of does, doesn't it?
Mm, I will keep my eye on that one when that one tends to pop out, though. That's all I have for gaming, because next week I will roll up my sleeves and try and make this as short as fucking possible, because there will be so much to talk about. Oh. Any gaming things you got, Q?
No, I'm still very early in the first light, so I don't feel comfortable giving it a review yet.
Fair. I beat it and I enjoyed it thoroughly, but so I'll wait till you're done, and then we could probably do a very light semi spoiler cast, just of like simple things, not of the major stories. Yeah.
Yeah, we
Then
can
it's
do that.
then it's time for shoe news. Not really much on the shoe ducket, but it's gonna piss Quincy off all the same. But not this one. This one is Legos Nikes coming June 4th. These actually kind of give a little bit of the Lego motif. What with the very simple and thick lines, the stitchings are drawn on. I'm here for this kind of shoe. It kind of looks neat. Nothing looks totally embossed, and the Nike logo at the far back is a Lego brick. Instead of it being the Nike with the swoosh underneath, it's a Lego brick with the swoosh underneath. I was like, okay,
That's
this one
cute.
actually kind of gives Lego a little bit.
Yeah, I like this one better than the one we saw, what was like a week or two ago, that just looked like Minecraft stuff.
It did look like Minecraft. This one is only for grade schoolers at $122. So it's a little pricey if you want to put your kids in some shoes. Some shoes that look dang good, though.
Damn.
Now it's time to piss Quincy off.
Mm.
Mario Crocs.
Why?
We've seen them before, but this one is the updated version with a fuzzy
Oh
Mario
my fucking
topper, some gibbets to celebrate Mario. Further down, you got the Bowser ones with the spike ones, which I worry about if you accidentally step on, but it fits Bowser, like his shell. Princess Peach with the glittery souls, and the gibbets that are definitely Princess Peach coated. I like them. They're cute. And a little crown in the back. I like it. And Yoshi, which obviously has his egg, and the apple. I think on the other one is his tongue sticking out. Yeah, his tongue sticking out. And then your average run of the mill one that is the like a pipe and the world, a mushroom on the side. On the back of the backing has the
Wait, we're not getting a
mushroom.
giant Luigi hat one?
That's what I was saying. I really wanted the Luigi one. This is the only place where it has Luigi, and it's on a fucking gibbet. Yeah, right there.
That's fucked up.
That's fucked up. But I mean, as far as a collab goes, not terrible. From $70 to $85 for the, I believe, Yoshi one. Nope, 85 for the Princess Peach ones. Pay a little extra for that glitter. The next one, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Teenage. Now, to be fair, the shell look looks pretty dang good on the Croc. And then a little,
Croc.
and then a little bit of ooze off the back, and then the gibbets that are, of course, the TMNT ones. And then there is the Shredder one that actually gives pretty good Shredder meme. I like it. It looks fine. I believe it is 70 for the Turtles, 70 for the Shredder one. Not too terrible as far as Crocs are concerned, but as Quincy says, they're Crocs.
Yeah, they're always terrible. Doesn't matter what the price is.
I'm going to wait till the stream catches up a little bit for you. I'm going to take a drink.
Why? Oh, they're Spider-Man ones. They're still fucking Crocs.
Yeah. I actually like the look of these ones comparative to like regular Crocs, because they don't have the holes on top; they just have the holes on the sides. But yeah, they're Crocs. Quincy don't like.
They
Crocs.
could just not have holes.
That is true. Yeah. And then down below, you got Miles Morales' glitchy style, black and red, with his head on the far back. I like Miles Morales's, but definitely the OG Spidey fits a little bit better. But
I like the spider portions of it. I like the spider portions on both. The Peter Spidey and the Miles Spidey. But what's ruined with them is the fact that the rest of it is a crock.
that is correct. $70 for each, and they're only grade schools, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, grade school sizes. Oh, 55. $55. Well, done torturing Quincy. Badoop. Heading over to Preternia, he showed off an I believe an Amazon exclusive pre-order, because it's the only place where you can pre-order it right now, but it will be available everywhere else like Planet Entertainment, etc., etc. For $35, this nice 1/10 scale Wolverine figure that looks pretty good for $35. Not much to say. It's a statue, so no posability, but it looks good. Not much else to say. $35 pre-order. Me. But and heading over to Jada Toys, we have ourselves a $25 figure of Zangief from I believe this is Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Yes. And this is the last of the Street Fighter 2 Turbo figures. So if you're a collector of these, well, congratulations. This is the last to fill out the entire of that set. Yay.
Nice.
And the last on the docket, Las Vegas Collect-A-Con. There's been a lot of conventions that kind of didn't really advertise near us until like the last minute. But luckily...
Yeah, I always find out about these things way too late.
Yeah, I showed you one on TikTok and I'm like, I didn't hear about this.
Yeah,
And you're like,
never knew.
But luckily, I'm getting ahead of this one. Collect-A-Con here in Vegas will be at the Convention Center June 20th and 21st. Tickets aren't too terrible. $60 for both days, $45 for the first day, $35 for the second, I believe, with all the taxes and weird pricing that they have for it. 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. on Saturday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Sunday. Free admission for kids 7 and under, and they have everything from Pokemon and trading card game cards. That's a weird way of wording it, because I would have said Pokemon and TCG and just left it at that, but whatever. Funko Pops, anime merch, sports cards, and much more. Here they showcase like Labubu, of course, but they show off Lorcana. They show off Inbox Super Mario Brothers from the NES era. A Spider-Man #1. I think that what is this one here?
No, it's an Amazing Fantasy 15, which is the first appearance of Spider-Man.
Ah, thank you. See, you know way better than me. You're the Spider-Man fan.
I was gonna say it's kind of like the one I should know, you know.
Fair enough. It will also have a bunch of special guests at the at this con, such as Christopher Judge, the voice of new Kratos, the boar. A Erica Schroeder, a voice of Monkey D. Luffy in the Americas, as well as a lot of freaking Pokemon. Charles Martinet, the voice of Mario for the longest of time. Roger Craig Smith, the voice of Sonic for a very long time. And the list just goes on. There is a lot going to be there, including Chum-Li from Pawn Stars. But he is he is a huge Pokemon collector. He actually spends
unless the guy's going to be handing me cash for shit, like...
Yeah. He's improved, apparently, since his arrest back in 2020.
I guess that's good.
Yeah, apparently. But there is also Waka Flocka Flame is going to be doing a concert on Saturday at 2:30. I listened to a few of his songs. None of these that are showcased in the set list, but I've listened to them once or twice. My white ass can actually listen to some hip hop. But there is also going to be grading there, on-site submissions for PSA, CGC, and I believe JSA is doing autograph authentication, so that way it can be sent to CGC or PSA for double grading.
I wonder what the process is for the on-site submissions. Like, if they're going to give you any idea right then and there, if it's literally just you give it to them and
they slab and board it.
well, they're not going to slab and board it there. So I'm wondering if it's just, you save on shipping by bringing it to them in person, and then they ship it back to you when it's done.
Probably, maybe, because I know
Because
I know
I
it's
have something that I would consider grading, but I need to know if the centering's as off as I think it is.
okay. Yeah, I have a couple Pokemon cards that are a little bit. But that's all I have.
That's all I got, buddy.
Okay, crack knuckles. Thank you guys for joining us. Remember to like and subscribe where you can. Remember to check the links down in the description for the Discord. Hop into Discord. Talk with us. I actually don't mind yelling at y'all. Check Humble Bundle. Help out a lot of charities by buying a bunch of kick-ass games and comics. There was a lot of Humble Bundles I didn't even touch. They started up strong June 1st. Check down there for Zenny. Zenny is running a buy two get free shipping sale again. So if you happen to buy a bunch of inexpensive glasses, good news, you're still signing up for free shipping. Hero Forge. I didn't check Hero Forge again, my bad. But Hero Forge has a lot of new character model sets, diorama sets. They're premium plastic, and you can get your character set in steel, premium steel. Check Quincy out on his threads. Check me out on my Twitter and my new Instagram, where I'm posting a lot of unhinged memes that are there. So be prepared for that. Instagram gets me fucking rolling, brother. Check. Oh yeah, be sure to pop back in on the 9th around. I believe it'll be 10 a.m. my time, Pacific Standard Time. If you happen to want to sit with me while I wait to hop into the server slam that's going to happen on Destiny 2. That is all that I have on the side duck. There's the throne. If you happen to want to support us directly by buying Quincy a Back to the Future Lego set or a new computer, if you happen to have a lot of money in bound, or me a couple of T-shirts that I really liked from a couple casts ago. If you happen to want to just throw money at us, I opened up tipping, so that is also available. Link is going to be down at the bottom of the Twitch for that one. But at the end of days, at the end of weeks, at the end of months, at the end of years, please love one another. It is certainly free to do. Good night, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Man, that server slam's gonna wreck their servers.